is a little later than usual, but if you're watching this from the playback or replay crew, please leave a message down below. That would be so kind. You're looking at the Growout tanks, and as you know, every Saturday and Sunday, I'm usually bringing over a whole batch of fish and dropping them off here. Just a disclaimer, just so you understand, this particular tank in the middle here is in fact empty, and it is going to be moved. So this one, this rack in the center is kind of in the way, but we're just waiting for some help to get that tank. It's a very tall tank, super heavy, and it is humongous, and it needs to be moved, but we have some issues. Hey Jeff, welcome, and we're looking at the Growout Center, and what I see here is specifically this tank goes all the way up to sea. You can see it's just not going to fit here. So this is a tank that is kind of in the way at the present time. It's an inconvenience, yes, but just looking at the first array of racks, this is a number of fish that I brought over some time back. These will be sold very soon, the blue rams. As you can see, they're looking super nice. The blue rams here, and I also have some future breeding projects. It's sort of something I alluded to earlier, but you see in the back there's some an interesting type of danio called the glow light danio, and I want to breed some of those. So we're going to be looking at that as time goes on. So I'll be taking them back out of this large tank and taking them over to the Fish Easy grow out or breeding center, and in due time. So that's a future project, maybe for the months to come. And so you have 3-foot tanks and 4-foot tanks mainly here. Some are a little taller than others, but down below just normal GBRs, quite a few growing out. I don't sell them until they start really yellowing up, and as soon as they start yellowing up, it means they really have some color. Hi Ryan, thank you for joining today. Yes, these are German blues in the Growout Center. We're doing a quick live stream here just to show you what's going on over here. And then in the back, a couple of tanks we have again assorted black rams, and there was some other fish too. Black rams. There's a couple of plecos in there. Looks like a couple of 401s, but mainly looks like some nice fish. There's nothing wrong with these rams. Black rams. Now what I find is that the thank you very much, Ryan. What I find is that these black rams kind of look like they have shiny bellies, but as they age they get darker. That's what I'm learning so far. So when they're young like this, at this age before maturity, they kind of have that, and that makes sense, because when you stop and think about it, even a German blue, like look at the German blue ram here. He's not going to show full colors at tiny size. He's just going to be kind of blah, maybe on the blasé side. But there's also the fact that, you know, they just don't have their yellow coloring yet, and they will start to get it. There's, like, for example, here's a couple golds. There's golds in this tank because the black pair that threw these black rams also threw golds. So there they are. Nice group in this 3-foot tank, and so it's 3 foot by 18 inches deep, and it's, well, how tall is it? It's about, I'm not sure exactly how tall it is, but you know, there's nothing wrong with measuring it. Since I have a measuring tape right here, we'll just go ahead and tell you what the size is. So these tanks are roughly 18 inches high. So 18 inches high, and here's another one on the upper portion. These are all turquoise blues. And hi Major, how are you? Major, good to see you. And these were just brought over last week. They've kind of settled in nice. These are turquoise. No, these are not turquoise. What am I saying? These were brought over last week, but these are not the turquoise blues. Those are on the next aisle. In this aisle we have, do you remember the pair of Discus that's like brown, wild look and female, and the male looks like a yellow. Not quite an albino, but yeah, very yellow orange. That is these fish here, and they're going to be interesting. There's like, look at this one here, has tinges of color of red in the fins. It's kind of hard to tell in these tanks. These are not beauty tanks. Evan Nolan, welcome. Good morning. Yes, I know you're in Australia, no? Yeah, Sunday morning for you. Okay. Now, these, interestingly enough, these tanks are not low iron glass. So a low iron glass would be a tank where you don't see the green. These, as you can see, do have a lot of green in them. And unfortunately, that's the way it used to be years ago, and these are quite old tanks. And I'll give you an example of what the color difference is. Like, look, for example, the glass of these two tanks. Obviously made with different kinds of glass. The one on the left, as you can see, is a lot more clear, but the one on the right just seems to be like in green water. But I assure you, there's no green water in this tank. So I've got the first aisle. Looking at it, we see 2 4-foots sticking out here. And then back to back is another 2 4-foots. These are 4-foot tanks. So in this one is fish I just brought today, a few minutes ago. They've just been released. And these are the blue turquoise. These are from the blue turquoise pair. And they're a little smaller, they're younger. And as you can see, they're looking good, but I wanted to give them, they were in 5-gallon tanks that were growing out, and I said, you know, you put 30, 40 fish in a 5-gallon at this size, and it's time to move them on. I want to see what happens when they get jumped up to a 4-foot tank, probably close to 69 gallons, 65 gallons, say. You do the math, 18, they're almost 18 square, let's see. Okay, so somebody can do the math for me and just to double check, but I know it's a 4-foot, 48-inch tank. And the depth is 18, because all the tanks are 18 depth, 18, and the height is also 18. So I was right. It's 18 square by 4 foot. What does that turn out to be? They were probably custom made at the time. Looking at the tank from this direction, you see it's not so green. But it's the glass, it's the amount of iron in the glass that causes that green coloration. So if you're buying old tanks, just beware. You may end up with something that doesn't give like true color. These black rams were in a 5-gallon also, and it was time to move them out. And they're just looking super. Woo! They're fun when they first get into new quarters, when they're just kind of, everybody's learning new spaces, and they're just kind of schooling together. But as you can see, there's too much green, but it's not true green. The fish are not green. They will look awesome in a clear glass tank. This one also looks green, but there's also another reason. Above the light there is a green, I don't know if you can see it so easy, but it is a green. Let's see if I can, no, I can't focus. You'll notice, maybe if I do it like this, you see this green material. It's sort of a, what it is it's a plastic that you buy. It's just that it's kind of not opaque. It's kind of green. It's definitely a green material, so that really makes it even worse. So 18 by 18 by 40, 65 gallons. So yeah, that's about a 65 gallon. If it was 18 by 18 by 3 feet, what was that? That would be these size here. So we got 65 gallons, and this one, nostalgic. Yeah, you know you've been around a while when the green tanks are just normal. So I have some new species down here. I don't remember if I've shown this to you. Thanks to one of our subscribers, I must say, he was a surprise. He came down all the way from New Brunswick, a very, very long trip, and he came to pick up some fish. He really wanted electric blue rams. He didn't have them. And would you believe it? He just dropped off certain species a little harder to come by. I thought, wow, what a nice guy. I've met so many nice people doing YouTube that it's just amazing. I'll zoom in and see if you can identify which fish he brought. I've got 6 of these. Do you know what this is? What is this? And if you're going to say electric blue rams, you'd be way off. What is that? There's another one. There's 6 of these in here. See them? Anybody want to take a shot at that? Powder blue. Powder blue what? What is that? Here goes one. These are young, very young. Those will grow much bigger. Where did he go? Here he is. Anybody want to know what that? Anybody know what that is? I'll give you a hint. Electric blue. It is an electric blue, but it's not related to a ram. Come on, I'm practically telling you what it is. Yes, thank you, Major. It is a electric bluca cara. A peaceful cichlid, nice looking. I've got 6 of them, so we'll see as they grow up and mature. We're going to see if we can get a pair or 2. That would be kind of neat. And what I really like about peaceful cichlids is that you get all the benefits of a cichlid, but you don't have the vicious, terribly vicious aggression. In here is some GBRs, pure GBRs, not related to the blacks, and they're growing in here. And there's one other fish who was brought to me. I have 4 of them in here. Let's see if we can hone in on them. They're just stupendously growing fast. There's one right there. They've got a black spot. I doubt if any of you could guess what that is. There's one. Here's one over here. Just a little too young to be able to figure out what it is, huh? They got yellow in the fins, a little red going along the top. They're going to be a very colorful, beautiful fish. Well, any takers, any guessers? Not the most aggressive fish, but as you can see, they're going to be lookers. And I do like colorful fish. I like to breed colorful fish. Maybe that's why the rams have a good place for me here. I like colorful fish. I think it's so much nicer to breed colorful fish than plain fish. So nobody kind of knows what that is, but I don't really expect you to know, because they're just too young to be able to pinpoint what species they are. They're just too young, but they're beautiful. How about this one? Thrictis. There it is right there. Maculapinis. You can look that up and see what they look like as adults. You'll be shocked. They're just a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. They're not firemouths, but they're related in the same genus, and they're much more colorful overall. They may not have the same red underbelly, but definitely. This tank has about 50 to 60 Lucipinis, and this is the interesting thing about these fish. You do not see them anywhere. These fish are like the best hiders. Oh, there's a few. Okay. But inside that plastic plant, there are some Lucies. The Lucy's hiding out. Yep, there they are. But there's probably, down in this little castle, there's holes, and they go in and out these holes. And inside this castle, or this, whatever it is, it's a hiding spot. You see that hole there? If I were to throw some food in there, you're going to see about close to 100 come out of there. They just love to be together, and they're in a group, and I love to throw food in there to see what they do. Oh, okay. So my dear, you've had some, huh? Very nice. You'll have to share your experiences with us. Okay, so those this is a neat little tank. We're going to be in the future looking at those as they get older. That would be some fun. This 4 foot down below, I threw some black. I threw some black gravel in it only because I wanted the Odysseus to darken up. And as you can see, I've got a good number, mostly males, but there is a few in here that are just got to be females, like that one right in the foreground. That's just got to be a female. She's kind of full-bellied, full-bodied, and she is got the female coloration. So now, if you're watching this, Mr. Chris Aquatics, I would like to know how yours are doing. You took the other half of this batch, and you said they look like mostly males. I wanted the sex ratio. It looks like I've got, on my end, it looks like 10% females. Maybe 15% females, and that's it. But most of these are males. So that's a really nice ratio. You get some females for those who want them, and the rest of them are males, and for the people who want to have mostly male dominant for the coloration. So now with black sand, they're going to really come out. And of course, there must be 200 Lucy's in this tank also. In the plastic plants, they're hanging out. They're all hidden in there. And just give you a look. Let's just take a look at this little house. They're stuffed. These are bigger. They're kind of bulging, sticking out. There's a ton of them in there. Throw some food in there, and you're going to see them everywhere. Okay, so that's a 4-foot tank. Now, we've looked at quite a few on the Growout. Let's go to the last room. It is, I got 2 tanks that need to be resealed. So these are 2 4-footers that need to be resealed, and I'm going to have to do that one of these days if I have any time. Here is the oldest of the Discus fry that I've raised, and this is a 4-foot tank. And these are the next group down here, and I've got some beautiful coloration coming out on them. Like, look at this one. I love this one. I love when it has the blue. And by the way, those are black rams that have that blue-black look. Just so you know what my ear is saying, these are out of black rams, but they kind of look more like German blues. Kind of goofy looking, actually. Those I pulled those from my breeding. I don't breed from those. And I'm just sticking with the good blacks. And I like looking at these. They're just gorgeous. Let's see if I can focus on them a little bit. I want to pick a few for myself just to grow out and maybe get a pair or two. This one, for example, has got some color like Dad. If you remember, he's kind of a Marlboro look, and the little speckling is going away as they get older. When they were younger, they had quite a bit of speckling. These are the strawberry rams. They're more pastel colored. I like this one. But the interesting thing about these strawberry rams is they're growing twice as big as the regulars. These guys are huge. They're huge rams. They're young, and yet they're now spawning, but they're like twice as big as the regular German blues that I've had. And the female, we call them strawberry rams. Look at them. The coloration is just, there you go, a nice shot. Nice shot of a pair. I don't know, they're just quite amazing. I really like seeing fish like that. Kind of unusual, and at the same time, very healthy feel to them. This one is humongous. Look at him, he's trying to catch up with the Discus. I don't think most people have ever had rams this big in their tanks. So looking at these out of this group of Discus, what do we have over here? Looks like a pair's going down on eggs, maybe. Looks like they were about to. They were shimmering down there. I don't see any eggs yet, do I? Are those eggs on the left? Let me look with the naked eye. No. But that female is a looker. Look at that. But based on her egg tube, I would say these will have eggs tonight. Yep. Definitely no privacy. Well, what do you expect when you live in a glass box? No privacy is right. But these guys, they're truly nice looking, and they're growing out very nice. I'm working on the water change system. I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I've got so far. It's a very simple system. I don't want to spend a lot of money because I need it to be a little versatile. For example, I want it to be able to be flexible and moved easy. So the floor drain is right there, and as you can see, I'm using a pool hose. This pool hose will reach everywhere in the basement, and so all I need to do is take the end, and at each station, I just hang it right there. Just hang it up, and I'm going to get a better way of attachment. But then I can just grab the whole thing. We can move it to the other side. It's a pool hose, and it just goes around the room. And for right now, it's just hung there, and I can drain right into here, and goes right in out the other end, always to the floor drain. No carrying buckets. Yeah, big no-no, right? Thank you very much for that, Mr. Wilson. He gave me the pool hose. I really think that it made a big difference. So I'm just got a hook or a little nail there, so I can just attach the pool hose at each station as I go, and I can just drain, and I can also clean out the bottoms. I'm working now on a specialized end to my suction cup. Not suction cup, my siphon tube or hose. And it acts as like a, when I suck out the bottom here, what's going to happen is all this will go away. But right now, the danger is the fish, they get crazy if they think I'm feeding them or something. And so they go zipping over and they get sucked up right into the siphon. So I got to avoid that. Okay, so this is the Growout Center. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. This is a tank that just got filled with water yesterday. I need to put a heater and some air. Each day I come, I make a little adjustment, and one more tank is being brought online. And each weekend I bring over another tank of fish. Today's tank of fish were these, and by next week that other tank will be up and running. So each week one more tank, and that's the way it is. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I really appreciate the support. It is Saturday and I'm going to a barbecue. So I hope to have that opportunity. I hope you have that opportunity too. Any questions? Looks like everybody, the small discus make their meal. You know, they're not that small, those discus. They're good size. What would happen if I put them in with these guys? That's what I'm saying. They would be bigger than these discus. It would be, wow. Yeah, so enjoy your Saturday afternoon. It's nice weather here in the Northeast, and I appreciate everybody joining. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, it looks like a lot of you forgot to do that. But it helps the algorithm just to bring more people to Fish Easy. And we're at the Growout Center, and next week we're going to do something else. Actually, just for an announcement's sake, I just wanted you all to know that I am feeling like I'm not actually producing enough videos. So what I'm going to do now is live stream on the first and third Saturday or weekend, first and third weekend, and then I'm going to try to create a video and put those out on the second and fourth. So we'll have videos still coming out, but they won't be live streams. That way I can get you every 2 weeks updated on the Fishroom, and at the same time I'm finding that I'm not finding the time to get some real helpful, more in-depth videos, and so I want to do that. So thank you everybody for joining. Enjoy your beautiful summer afternoon, and I will see you in probably next live stream will be the first weekend in August, and between there then and there, I do know that there's going to be a couple of videos I'll put out. So keep in mind and keep on the search for a couple of videos. And I really want to make some good content for people. And for those who are just joining or they're maybe new to my channel, you should know that the whole point is to provide good information, helpful information for those who have a small fish room or want to breed some fish, techniques to do so and keep things simple, and that's the whole goal. So sharing what information I learned with others, and then I hope in turn eventually others will share that information with still more. So say goodbye to the new ones to the Growout Center, and I hope you have a chance to grow out, little guys, and look beautiful like your parents. I know the parents have gone down on eggs again and actually hatched them out, so we've got more on the way. So there's always plenty of, you got to grow fast, guys, because we got to keep you moving. There's always somebody growing up to take your place. Thank you all again, and I appreciate it very much. Have a great weekend, and of course, as always, keep it real.